Hi Fit Zebra, Emma here, hope you're okay and ready for our next story in our topic about the North Pole and the South Pole. And today's story is about an animal that lives in the North Pole called the polar bear. And the polar bear needs it to be very, very cold where it lives with the snow and the ice, because that is what it needs to live. And the polar bears are, what is it called, endangered. So it means that there's getting less and less of them because something is changing in the world. Something is changing where they live, which is making it much harder for them to be able to live. And our story today is about a polar bear and some other animals that are also endangered. And it's called The Journey Home. The frozen sea was melting. Where has all my ice gone? The polar bear wondered. And where is my food? He looked around the North Pole. Well, I can't stay here, he decided, so he went for a swim. As he swam along, he found a little boat alone upon the sea. This will be easier than swimming, he thought, as he climbed aboard. Before long, he came to a city where machines rumbled and tall buildings hid the sky. What are you doing here? Asked a panda who was watching from the docks. I'm sailing in my boat, said the polar bear. It's easier than swimming, you see. Well, I can't stay here, said the panda, lowering himself into the boat. There's no food for me to eat. I think I'll come with you. And together the two animals sailed along, listening to the seagulls and saying hello to the fish. After a while, they floated up a river to where a jungle used to be. I've nothing to climb anymore, said an orangutan. My trees are disappearing. The panda and the polar bear looked around and saw that she was right. Well, you could join us if you like, said the panda. Perhaps we will spot some trees along the way. So she climbed in and off they went. As they sailed on, they looked up at the sky and saw the beautiful shapes of the clouds. What's that behind that rock? Said the orangutan suddenly. Shh, said an elephant. I'm trying to hide. Someone's trying to steal my tusks. Why don't you come with us? Whispered Panda. We can sail far away from here. So the elephant climbed in too. And so the animals laughed and played as their small boat carried them further and further. But the sea started to swell and dark clouds appeared in the sky. The storm passed and the animals knew the terrible waves had carried them far, far away. They thought of their homes and how much they missed them. As they sailed on, they all felt very lost on the big blue sea. A dodo watched from his island as the boat and its animals came into view. Hello there, he called to them as they sailed closer. We're lost, shouted the polar bear to the dodo. We've sailed too far and now we want to go home. Well, of course you can go home, said the dodo. Really? Said the animals together. When? You can go home when the trees grow back, when the ice returns, when the cities stop getting bigger, and when the hunting stops. Oh, said the orangutan thoughtfully. And when will that be? Asked the polar bear. I don't know, said the dodo. Let's see what tomorrow brings. So lots of animals, like the polar bear, are losing their homes because things are changing in the world. Some things are changing because of things that people are doing, like cutting down the trees, and some things are changing and getting hotter, which is making the ice melt in the North Pole and the South Pole. What could we do to help look after the animals? See you soon. Bye.